Hello folks, welcome to CouleeCon. I am author Douglas Van Dyke. I'm with the channel here, Dale Aral. So I've got my Discord channel down there in the vendors. This was supposed to be my first year with CouleeCon, and then of course COVID kind of changed a few things. So still glad to see everybody, even if we're like just digitally. So a little bit to tell you about myself. I am a fantasy writer. I write books. I've got about 7 published books, 6 of them fantasy, 1 steampunk, and 1 free story out there for you to enjoy. And I'm just going to go over them briefly here, so I don't know how much time is appropriate, but I'm going to cut it quick. During the whole convention, though, I am going to be hanging out down on my channel, Dale Aral, and I'll be happy to discuss these. And I have some links down there too, so that you can see everything. All right. First of all, you should always just check out my website, just here. I'm reversed. I gotta get used to that. My website here on my homepage is this story, The Wooden Maiden. It's a free download. It's only 8,000 words, so it's a quick read. Kind of short, fairy tale type. And about a young woman who finds out that rumors of a witch in the veil are true as she falls under the witch's curse. So that's just a good quick read to kind of show you an example of my writing. Moving on down here, I'm going to tell you my most popular book, the fan favorite, is The Widow Brigade. And that one stars a dwarf female widow. Not enough books with dwarf females, right? And this one amazed a lot of readers, even ones who weren't normally into fantasy. This one's more what I call like more fantasy drama. A lot of my books can have fantasy action. This one's more drama. And this young widow, she'd lost her husband in an ambush by humans, and she has struggles against rather patriarchal dwarf society for the right to go into combat and avenge her husband's death. And she's joined in ranks by a lot of widows who want the same rights. So you should check out that one. 12 reviews on Amazon. They all gave it 5 stars. So it's doing real good. All right. Another point where a lot of people enter my fantasy writing is this one, the Earthen series, starting with Inheritance of a Sword and a Path. Now, I still made the first one as a standalone book so that he didn't have to feel committed to a series, but starts off simple enough: an attack on a small village. 2 young men set off to rescue a noble woman who was kidnapped, and they run into a lot of interesting characters along the way. Very adventurous, almost like D&D feel to it. But by the time the whole series, the whole trilogy is out, you find out this is a world that has a cold war between the gods. The gods are forbidden from directly interfering, but they will send mortal followers to do their dirty deeds. And these are all mortals that are caught up in it. The whole series spans like 5 years and 3 continents. So this is like my epic, and it starts out with this book right here. And just to kind of show you the whole trilogy there. So that's out, that's complete. Another starting point in my world is Apprentice Storm Age. This one's more young adult friendly for young readers. A very coming of age tale of a young female mage. She's very strong in like wind, water magic, and she would like to learn fire at an age younger than the guild teaches. So they give her a task to test her responsibility, and it becomes more dangerous than anyone foresaw, including the fact there is another mage actually working against her. So, Apprentice Storm Age, another good start on my world. I'll describe a little bit more. This one, Pilgrims with Blades. CouleeCon is a place where you get in a lot of RPG tabletop gaming. A lot of my characters, ones I've already just described in my other books, and ones here, started out in tabletop gaming and developed their own personalities and quirks that way. All right, these 5 characters here, if you think of a Dungeons and Dragons type group that is a little dysfunctional, doesn't quite mix together, that's these guys. All right, we've all been at that table, right? So this is going to be part of a longer series. I was inspired by the Conan series of adventures. It's very action-packed, relatively short. The books are like around 50,000. I'm working on the second one right now. But check out these guys, a lot of adventure and quite the action ride. All right. Now, one thing, now this is my steampunk book. It's a novella. It's only 20,000 words. And it's about a con man. It's a steampunk meets Wild West action ride. It was inspired by those same action heroes of the 1930s that brought us Indiana Jones. So if you want something a little more steampunk meets Wild West and full of action, that's Boxer Earns His Wings. Right? And I will have more stuff in the future. Hopefully when I'm physically there at CouleeCon in future years, I'm working on this one, Misadventures of RPG Dice, because, hey, it's a gaming convention. That's where I kind of grew up in. That's what my characters grew up in. And that's going to be a collection of stories of memorable events around the gaming table. So I think you're all going to love it in future CouleeCon once this thing is finished and once it's out. All right. Again, thank you folks for your time. I'm going to let you go, but again, I'm going to be right down here in this Discord channel, Dale Laurel, during the con, and I'm going to be right there on my website. Check me out, check my social media, and thank you for giving your time to me. Look forward to chatting with y'all online.